All right. Looks like we've got a bit of a TikTok news today. So, as you know, this has been making headways all across the internet, but for the most part, it would appear that TikTok is going to be banned in the US, which proves to be massive, massive, massive. Because there is so much like layers to this whole stuff. Because I believe that the US government has been trying to get TikTok banned for like a while, like a very long time. They've been trying to get it banned. And now, officially, as you're reading in this title here, Biden signs a bill that could ban TikTok after the 2024 election. The legislation gives TikTok's China-based parent company 9 to 12 months to sell or be banned in the US, ensuring the app will remain active through the fall campaign. So in other words, it's like this. I talked about it on my TikTok last night, but this is to give some more elaboration to that. But essentially, ByteDance, I believe, has about 9 to 12 months to sell. Well, as it says here, to sell to like I don't know Microsoft or something or whatever parent company. And if they don't do that, then it's a ban. But of course, as you know, TikTok has actually been actively fighting this stuff. But before we actually look into the whole stuff, I want to read some of the most important parts of the bill. It's about 184 pages, but I'm not going to put you through 184 pages because I'm not a lawyer. Okay? I just going to go read stuff that appeals to me and read stuff that is, of course, important. But before we get into the bill, though, I actually want to talk about this a bit because it's really fascinating how as a big proponent about this is the fact that there's people like talking about, oh, China's taking our data and this and that. And of course, ByteDance is naturally going to deny that they take data and they pay to keep it safe. However, I just find it really interesting because Facebook has literally been caught like, many times, and there's so many videos on it, spying on their users and like selling their data for how much stuff. I mean, if you want to talk about data selling, you ever have a chat with somebody, like you pull out your phone, you're like, okay, well, don't pull out your phone, but you're talking to somebody about a topic. It could be anything. I don't know. Say you want the latest, I don't know, Air Force 10s, okay? You talk about shoes all the time. Shoes this, shoes that, shoes there. And then all of a sudden, magically, what's this? Shoes are popping up in my feed? I was just talking about shoes yesterday. So, so you notice that your phone ends up picking up stuff that is propelled towards you. And of course, how does TikTok feed into this? Well, naturally, whenever you're scrolling all day long and you're just sitting there scrolling, you're gonna get stuff that is well recommended to you. So you watch a lot of cooking, you're gonna get a lot of cooking. You watch a lot of sports, you're gonna get a lot of sports. You wanna watch the news, you're gonna get a lot of news. That's how these algorithms work. They literally give you kind of like they're giving you what you're asking for, and it's very hard to like. It's a little difficult to cater them to really what you want, but of course, with practice and a little bit of manipulation, you can get towards that. But alas, we have some bills to read because, well, not bills, we have a bill to read. So I want to read this section of the bill right here where it says prohibition of foreign adversary controlled applications. So part A says, in general, prohibition of foreign adversary controlled applications, it shall be unlawful for an entity to distribute, maintain, or update or enable the distribution, maintenance, or updating of a foreign adversary controlled application by carrying out within the land or maritime borders of the United States. Any of the following: A, providing service to distribute, maintain, or update such foreign adversary controlled application, including any source code of such application by means of a marketplace, including an online mobile application store, through which users within the land or maritime. So yeah, that's essentially what that part of the bill is saying, and it's just saying that if anyone is a foreign company basically can't go and sell whatever they want, or at least not in America. And of course, naturally, here is another part of the bill I wanted to show you guys is that foreign adversary term caution application. Sorry, the term foreign adversary controlled application means a website, desktop application, mobile application, or augmented or immersive technology application that is operated directly or indirectly, including through a parent company, subsidiary, or affiliate by any of ByteDance, TikTok, a subsidiary of or a successor to an entity identified in clause 1 or 2 that is controlled by a foreign adversary, or an entity owned or controlled directly or indirectly by an entity identified by clause 1, 2, or 3, or be a covered company that And that's essentially what the part I wanted to read. So as I said already, but yeah, basically, if it's operated by these companies, which they have alleged many times that have been taking countless people's data and countless people's stuff, and they're just like, well, actually, we don't want that in our country. And that's essentially what the U.S. is saying, and this also got signed. So in other words, not saying TikTok is banned in the moment, even though that's a lot of people saying it's banned. It's actually going to be banned in the future. At least it's very likely that it'll be banned, unless ByteDance is going to sell. But people don't understand, like, TikTok is extremely profitable for like a lot of people, especially businesses, because nowadays you find that a lot of people like short form content, and short form content really gets you going. It's like, hey, you watch a video for like a minute, you get your attention span is all there, and then you go to the next stuff and you do it over and over and over again. Like I said, you're scrolling all day. And you're basically taking a bunch of noise. And so, of course, naturally, businesses and other people can take advantage of that. And as you know, people have made lots of livelihoods on TikTok. So, yeah, it's a crazy world out here. But I just find it really ironic that it's been like documented so many times that other companies in the United States have like been caught taking data from users. And to add like insult to injury, I'm pretty sure TikTok is banned in other places, but at least those places, the market is not as big as the US, because as you know, the US is like a lot of money is in the US. There's a lot of like stuff that's down there that gives you an opportunity for business if you play your cards right. It's not for everybody, but generally speaking, everyone in theory is supposed to have a equal shot, even though that's not entirely true. But what does TikTok have to say about this? Well, here we have this. Our statement on enactment of the TikTok ban. This unconstitutional law is a TikTok ban, and we will challenge it in court. We believe the facts and the law are clearly on our side, and we will ultimately prevail. The fact is, we have invested billions of dollars to keep US data safe and our platform free from outside influence and manipulation. This ban would devastate 7 million businesses and silence 170 million Americans. As we continue to challenge this unconstitutional ban, we will continue investing and innovating to ensure TikTok remains a space where Americans of all walks of life can safely come to share their experiences, find joy, and be inspired. So, literally, just like I just said, the market is very massive. 170 million Americans is a lot of people using TikTok, and 7 million businesses is a lot of businesses that use this app. Okay? And we're not even talking about like just influencers. We're talking about like businesses tend to use this stuff and promote their stuff. And essentially, if TikTok is banned in the US, that's a huge cut of their market. Like, that is so much money that they will be losing out on. So, of course, naturally, they're going to take a chance and they're going to fight it in court. And, of course, in the US, you can sue anybody whenever you want. Okay? As long as you have enough money to do it, you can sue them. Doesn't mean you're in the right, but you have the right to sue people. And now, it comes to the big question. Should it be banned, or am I okay with TikTok being banned? And believe as much as I say, and I'm not in favor of big corporations in the slightest when it comes to some situations, like at all, but I'm actually going to say I'm not in favor of it being banned. And the reason why is there's two reasons, actually. One, at least when it comes to America, even though ironically, this is a Chinese company, and even the CEO was talking about like constitutional rights and this and that, even though they're not American. Interestingly enough, though, the reason why I don't want it to be banned is just because when it comes to America, at least hopefully I get this right, but it comes to like there's always a chance of like opportunity, a chance to like of freedom of speech and all that. Okay, freedom to like what is it, do other stuff. Anyways, you basically get mostly human rights. Okay, even though sometimes you don't. And I believe that a country where you can go up and criticize your own president, you can criticize the media, you can criticize basically anybody you want to, and have not have any consequences for it, compared to say China. You criticize their leaders and you're going to jail or you're going to be gone. I just don't believe that what America was built, what it claims to build itself upon, and now it's basically going to go out of way to infringe upon that. Now I know a lot of people don't like TikTok and there's a lot of negative to it, but at the end of the day, you're basically banning a company and you're setting a precedent where it's like, okay, if I ban TikTok, for instance, or TikTok is fully banned, what other stuff can I start banning for the sake of like my own country or for my own like autocratic reasons? That's what I'm kind of getting at. So, while I'm not the biggest fan of TikTok, of course, banning it is not really going to solve the bigger issues involved. I know it's more about like China and data safety, but I'm just saying like there's other bigger stuff that is going to play into effect. So And number two is, like I said, a lot of livelihoods could be lost. Actually, no, will be lost if, well, whenever this ban goes through. And that's really where I'm not the biggest fan of it, where you have a lot of people who like make money only on TikTok and you're just taking away their source of income just like that. And I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about that. And so to those people, of course, I recommend diversify and go to other platforms. Like, get yourself out there as much as possible. Have your feet in, like, dip your water in like multiple ponds. Like, have different areas you can go into, because yeah, listen, man, if one thing goes down, you better hope that the next thing can come through and pull through. And that's what I don't like. People just get their livelihood just slashed like that, and I'm just like, nah, I'm not in favor of it. Or at least give them some kind of compensation or something, not just ban it and then they just stop making money. That just doesn't sit right with me. Okay, that's just me. Doesn't sit right with me. But anyways, yeah, no, that's basically on this situation. I just find it's really crazy how like the whole U.S. government came together to be like, yeah, TikTok's the menace around here when there's other issues like homelessness and all that that really need to be addressed. But I'm not a politician. I can only talk about stuff that I see. And of course, to end off on that, what do you guys think about TikTok? Do you like it? Is it really something that you're in favor of it being banned or not? Do you think that it's a good ban? I don't know. I actually want to hear what you guys have to say in the comments below. Because, of course, not all of us are going to agree on something, so perspective is nice. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow the socials down in the description below. And leave a dislike if you want to. It does not matter to me. And I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao!